Kuongoza mfana singene. Ngongongo. Hayibo. Kuongoza mfana singene. Sithi yelele mama, celo wendlula. Baphela babantu. Baphela babantu. Kodwa baphela babantu. Hayibo. Abasenza thina.
Shalom. To millions around the world, it is a word that means peace. On this farm in the heart of the KwaZulu-Natal Midlands of South Africa, to the people that live and work here, to the communities that surround it, to the no longer orphan children of Beth Hatleem, to the pupils of Al-Lisani School, and to the thousands that have heard and seen the good news, it means that too. Peace and hope. Shalom Farm, based in Greytown, South Africa, is the home of Angus and Jill Buchan, the founders of Shalom Ministries. Angus is a farmer and a man of the soil, who knows what it means to take God at His word, and has lived to see extraordinary results.
My life to Jesus Christ, and I will never be the same again.
It is a testimony to the fact that God can and does use ordinary people to do extraordinary things. It's a story of heartache and joy, of adversity and the faith that grew from it, like the crops that grow from the rich red soil of the harvest fields of Shalom. Of Scottish descent, Angus Buchan was born in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. Later the family moved to Zambia, where he met his wife-to-be, Jill. He eventually became the sole owner of a beautiful 1,500-hectare farm with a substantial herd of cattle. Soon there were new additions to the Buchan tribe, with the birth of Angus's first son, Andrew, and daughters, Lindy and Robin. Conditions in Zambia began to deteriorate, and the value of the currency plunged dramatically. Things came to a head in December 1976.
I left Zambia in 1976. I left a 3,500 acre farm, a young wife, very young wife, 3 little children, in a truck going to an unknown destiny. I felt a bit like Abraham, actually.
We always agreed that when we had children, we'd bring them up ourselves and not send them away. That's actually why we left Zambia. We didn't want to put them on a plane and send them far from home. So we packed up, we sold up, and we came here.
And we arrived on this beautiful farm called Shalom on the 9th of August, 1977. I'll never forget it. It was overgrown bush, and we camped literally on the veld.
Well, where I'm standing now was just grassland, bushveld. Over here was just wattle. We had scrub wattle here, and that went all the way up to the back. And then we had some overgrown cloudlands here. And that was all wattle here, so just a bit of grassland veld where I am, and down behind me towards where those buildings are at the back there.
We hired a little caravan. It cost us about 200 rand. I'll never forget it. We had no water, no toilets, no lights, no telephone, nothing. I couldn't even speak Zulu.
Pastor Patrick Zondi recalls his early impressions of Angus.
As he came, we were thinking it's some strange white person come from another country. That's why we call him Italiano. We were thinking maybe it's come from Italy, and then because he was acting strange, and even with him talking using hands and shouting, we have a loud voice, all that kind of things. And then it was a strange white man arrived in the area.
News soon spread throughout the district of a somewhat stubborn yet hard-working farmer who might be looking for workers. One of the men who applied was Simeon Bengu, a local Zulu. Already overworked, Angus agreed to take him on. Realizing that his family needed a proper home, Angus sought Simeon's help in constructing a mud dwelling in the Zulu tradition.
And he started to build his house with a Zulu way, using poles and mud. And then my aunt was one of the people who was helping building that house. And then we were laughing and said, hey, this white man is now adopting our style of living.
There was no water, there was no lights. We cut the trees down, we built the house out of pole and daga, wattle and daub. And I had a lighting plant that I brought with me and a tractor from Zambia. I assembled the tractor and I started farming, literally from scratch.
Determined, yes, because I think we wouldn't have got to where we are if he hadn't been. This is the second time we've started from scratch. We left Zambia, we left our farm, we sold up, and we started here with nothing really, just a truck and a trailer of some machinery. And I just know that if Angus wasn't like what he was, we wouldn't be here today.
When I left Zambia, I thought that the only way I was going to find peace of mind and purposeful living, okay, was to own my own farm again. And so when we got this farm, I worked literally night and day, 7 days a week, to get this farm on its feet.
I just remember Dad working exceptionally hard, late nights, early mornings, 7 days a week, you know, and Mom worked also very hard, very hard.
After 2 years, after I had grown my first crop, I was accepted in the district. I'd made a success of the farm. I'd managed to square up my debts. But there was something still empty in my heart. I still realized that even having a farm again, which was a miracle, bearing in mind I came here with nothing, I had no peace. I know that I was going into deep depression. This farm meant nothing to me. I can describe it like this. I felt like inside me, it was like an engine that was screaming, and I couldn't switch it off. It's like my foot was jammed on the accelerator. I had no peace, I couldn't sleep at night, I had no purpose for living, and I was totally discontent with life. And then on the 18th of February 1979, the greatest day of my life, me, my wife, and my children went to a little church in Greytown, a little Methodist church. And it was what they call a lay witness mission. The minister wasn't even preaching. There was laymen getting up into the pulpit. Some of them were building contractors, others were businessmen, there were some farmers. And the first time in my life, I saw men crying. I saw women crying.
My heart cried out for reality.
And then at the end, the one chap said, if anybody else would like Jesus in their lives, can they please come forward? There was no closing eyes. There was no slipping up a finger. And as a result, I do the same type of altar call. Come up, and I took hold of my wife's hand. Never forget it. And my children, we came to the front. And that changed my life. Jesus pulled me out of that bottomless pit. Jesus gave me a second chance.